guys, so excited today because the mommy-daughter
duo cutters.
We're out and about today and we are visiting one of our favorite places, the Sanctuary Vegan Cafe. Now, as you know, Thanksgiving is right around the corner and we are going to learn how to make a traditional favorite, a green bean casserole.
The vegan.
And you know what? I think you're gonna love it. In fact, let's get started. Kitchen where the magic happens with the one and only Chef David here at Sanctuary Vegan Cafe. We are so excited to learn a special dish for our vegan Thanksgiving feast.
What are we going to be making today?
Today we're going to be making a traditional green bean casserole. It's one of my favorite dishes and it's one of the easiest things to make a vegan version of too. Really all you got to do is substitute a couple of ingredients, and whether you're cooking for a vegan family member or just trying to make it a little healthier. It's delicious and easy to make.
Great, let's get started.
All right.
So Chef David, I guess the first step is green beans?
Of course, green beans. So to start out with, we're going to just boil them. We want them to be a little soft before we put them into the casserole, otherwise they won't cook all the way through. No one likes that. Fresh is definitely going to make a difference. It's going to have that nice crispy taste. They're going to be just, better flavor all around.
All right, let's get started. Come on.
For this recipe today, we're using soy milk, but you can use any different kind of dairy-free milks. Almond milk works really well. You could use coconut milk. The only thing I would advise against would be using some of your sweeter milks, like oat milk or macadamia nut milk.
Because that would really change the flavor, I assume.
Right, no one wants a dessert green bean casserole.
Hey! I like dessert all the time, but just saying, I'm trusting the pro here. So we have the green beans in. How long do we actually boil them for?
We're going to boil them for just about 10 or 15 minutes. If you get them boiling before you get started on making your cream of mushroom soup, then by the time the soup's done, the beans will be
Chef David, so the beans are boiling. What's next?
Next, we're going to get started on our cream of mushroom soup. We'll be cooking mushrooms, of course, and a little bit of onion.
Good job. So how long do you do this for? How do you know when this is ready, the onions and the mushrooms?
So this, we are cooking it until the onions are a little translucent. We don't want them to be totally see-through, but we want them to get nice and soft and just a little transparent. So I'd say on average about 5 minutes though.
Okay.
So we've steamed these onions and mushrooms for a couple of minutes now. We're about to add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil.
All right, I can't wait to eat this, just saying. I can sample it when we're done, right?
Oh, of course.
Ooh, what you got next?
Now we're going to add about 2 teaspoons of black pepper. About the same amount of kosher salt. Next we've got about a teaspoon of minced garlic. You want to wait until the very end to add that so it doesn't burn.
Okay. My stomach's growling. Yeah.
Last, our secret ingredient, just a little pinch of nutmeg.
Really? I would have never guessed that. Nutmeg.
Alright, so now our mushrooms and onions are done. We've bloomed those spices in a little bit of oil. So now we're going to add the flour and make the roux. So we're going to add probably, I'd say about a 1/4 cup of olive oil.
This is my job. Hey, Chef David.
Yeah.
What is a roux?
A roux is a base of flour and a fat. Traditionally it's butter, but of course we're not going to use that today because you don't have to. And you add the flour, which we've got about a half cup of flour right here. We're going to add that to that oil. That's acting as our fat. And you cook that, and whenever you add liquid to it, it'll thicken it. And it's used as the base for a lot of soups.
Wow. So then without the butter, you can still get like that consistency. And,
Exactly.
oh, look at that. Look how thick it already is getting. Okay.
Whenever you're working with the roux, you do want to cook it until it gets a little brown. So a lot of people just dump that flour right in and then they're too scared, it's going to burn or something, so they just add the liquid immediately afterwards. But you do want to let it actually cook for a while. That'll give it a little bit more flavor and it'll make sure that it actually thickens properly. Alright, now we're going to add our vegan ingredient, really the only vegan ingredient for this whole recipe, soy milk.
Wait, so that's the only vegan ingredient
This
so
is the
far?
only substitution that we're making for this recipe.
And what kind of milk is this that you're putting in?
This is silk soy milk. We're using soy milk because it has more of a savory flavor. And once it gets to about the right consistency, some people like a green bean casserole that's a little more runny, soupy. I feel like those aren't very good words. But our beans are ready, so now we're going to drain them.
Are you ready to mix?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mushroom soup. Now we just gotta find someone to stir it.
I can.
You all right?
Now to give it just a little bit of that nice crunch, we're gonna add about a half cup water chestnuts.
That's interesting. I would have never guessed water chestnuts in green bean casserole.
No, it's just, they don't have a whole lot of flavor by themselves, but, they have that nice satisfying crispiness to them.
I would say that is your second secret ingredient.
Oh,
The nutmeg,
yeah.
and now the water chestnuts.
You chefs have our secrets.
Oh yeah, we're learning them here today.
Now to everyone's favorite part, the topping.
Ooh.
got it.
Oh, we have a volunteer.
We're just going to cover the green bean casserole in those crispy fried onions until you can't see that casserole anymore.
So Chef David, how long do you bake it for?
We're going to bake it for about 20 minutes. Then you want to uncover it just for a moment and then let those onions crisp up for about maybe 5 or 10 more minutes.
And what do you bake it on?
We're going to bake it around 400 degrees.
Okay, about 400 degrees. All right, well, how long has it been? Because I'm hungry. Are we close to it?
I think it's time.
It's time. Are you ready? Let's do it. Let's see our masterpiece. So good. So good. So
Awesome.
thanks so much for hanging out with us today. Be sure to subscribe and follow us at
Do-Ogres.
and remember to be kind,